any type of self-sabotage or I'm not good enough crap that comes up, you could turn around and be like, I'm the best at what I do. And that's why I believe I'm the best at what I do. And when you've got that conviction and knowing you're the best, it's not just false confidence, right? Like, I'm the best, I'm going to charge whatever. It's like, I am the best, and this is what I'm going to charge for my services. Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Quantum Woman. I'm your host, Shamina Taylor. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about how do we start working less and making more, and what are some of the things that can really go into place to increase our wealth. Because if you have to do less and you're making more money, that's, to me, the formula for success. I don't know. Many people like to think that they have to work harder. When I'm stumbling on something and I'm doing it, I don't realize that, hey, wait a minute, like this is actually something that's so teachable that other people can do. And at first I always thought, well, it was the pricing. And yes, pricing is very important when it comes to your programs. But really what it comes down to is, what are you really good at? What is your purpose work? What are you the best at? And when clients come to work with me, one of the things that I really help them get really, really clear on is like, what makes you different than the rest from everybody else? Like, why do you stand out amongst the people? What is different about you? Because when you become the cardiologist specialist of the industry that you're in, you become the person, not just an expert, but that person who is going to get the results for the clients. You can stand out amongst the rest and you become the best, right? And when you're the best, people who are ready to invest want to come to you. They're like, that's the person to go to. That's the best. This is where I study my craft every day. I am becoming the master of myself and my clients and the stuff that I teach on a regular basis. I master it. I'm always reading, working, trying to break patterns. It's something that I know that if I want to be the best at this in my industry, it's not a one and done for me. It's something that I'm working on a daily basis to expand, to go deeper, to understand. And this is why the stuff that I teach, especially around wealth and emotional mastery, is not something that's prevalent everywhere around, at least in my methods. Maybe the core overall, teachings are there, but the methods and the process that I use, I make it my job to master my clients, to understand. When you start getting into that level of mastery, right, you then start slipping away from the pack. You start rising to the top because you're not like every other white loaf of bread on the shelf. There's something about you that's different. It's your integrity. It's your authenticity. It's your results. It's the whatever it is. I want to be somebody who stands out, that's different from the rest. And in order to do that, I need to become the master of what I'm teaching, and not a guru, but a master, because I embody this. I teach it, I breathe it, and I live it. And this is what I have my clients do when they come to me, because there's a lot of people that can do a lot of things, and not many people are doing something so unique, right? That it's like, oh, it's just a matter of whose branding is better, is going to stand out, who's the loudest. But when you have something that is providing a unique process, or it's not everywhere, that's when people are going to be like, wait, this person's different. I want to know about them. So that's number one. Like, when you start getting into that state of being a master, you get conviction. This is something that I stand behind. You come to one of my trainings, you listen to my podcast, you read my book. I have conviction in what I teach because I can back it. I can argue it. I can tell you how I figured things out. I can tell you how the patterns were broken. I can support every theory that I have, every outcome, every action. I can tell you why. Because I became a master. And when you're a master, you have conviction. When you have conviction, you can sell in a different way. And so then you can price your programs at a place that, it's not like the rest of the ones in the industry. You can put it at a price that you're like, yep, this is exactly what I'm going to price it at right now. You feel aligned with it. And that's where the high ticket comes in. A lot of the times people are very good at what they do, but they don't believe in it. And they don't have this conviction behind it. And so they don't price it that way. Or they have a poor money mindset. And so they're not pricing that way. So they self-sabotage themselves. And so one of the quickest ways for you to scale your business is and really scale into I would say high ticket, or selling your programs for a more premium rate, which will then, you work less. If you have, a program that's $25,000 and you're selling 4 of those, you're making $100K, as opposed to a program that's $5,000. You do the math, and that's not my top thing. But, you got to work a lot harder to convert those people, right? Now, it's easier too as you go up the scale with different types of, there's a chipmunk representative, I'm going to keep looking at it. Clients, they're easier to work with. They're just They know what they're looking for because they're looking for the master. They're looking for the person that's going to get them. They're looking for a result, and they're looking at the person that's going to help them get the result. So for them, an investment in whatever amount is going to be like, okay, let's go. They're not going to sit there and nickel and dime you and say, well, I need you to solve everything plus the gout in my foot. And if I'm going to give you this money, I also want you to do my taxes. And on top of that, I want you to come paint my house. They don't own you. The lower the investment is sometimes where people are expecting the most. Not always. It all depends. But if you're looking to really bring in more wealth in your business and in your life, you're going to have to figure out how to do that with less time. And one of those things is become the master, become the person who is if someone says, hey, I'm looking to do this and this, oh, you should go to Shamina. Or I'm looking to this, you should go to her. That person's definitely going to hook you up. And if somebody should go look at my social media or whatnot, they'll see or my results, my website, they'll see, oh yeah, look at all the videos of her clients that have said these things. It works. I want my client results to speak beyond me, right? And that's what you want. So in order for you to scale for the next level, and you're going to have to think about expanding where you are, but really having conviction in who you are and what you do. And this confidence comes from knowing that you're getting your clients a result. So you have to keep making sure that you're improving your skill set. You are becoming the best. You are gaining knowledge in your industry so that you can shorten the time span for your clients, that you can give them an extraordinary results with less time. So becoming the master is really, really important for you. And that means you've got to keep doing the work, the internal work, the mindset work. You've got to be able to perfect the craft. And if you're teaching about XYZ and you're not on a daily basis consuming information about that or improving where you are, then you're not staying ahead of your clients and giving them the best of what you can provide and becoming the greatest. Kobe Bryant, all of those great athletes, they never quit. They never stopped. They just kept going and improving themselves, because the moment that you let yourself off that gas and you think that you've made it and that you're there, you get expired. And people won't see you as a master anymore. You've got to stay on your craft. That's where you get the conviction. So any type of self-sabotage or I'm not good enough crap that comes up, you could turn around and be like, I'm the best at what I do. And that's why I believe I'm the best at what I do. My clients know that I'm constantly doing this work. I'm constantly finding iterations. I'm constantly trying to improve the process, because the faster that I move, because I'm ahead, right? The faster they will move. And so that builds the trust in me. And so I know that I'm leading these women. So I've got to do that work. That's what you need to do. And when you've got that conviction and knowing you're the best, it's not just false confidence, right? Like, I'm the best, I'm going to charge whatever. It's like, I am the best, and this is what I'm going to charge for my services. And there are people out there that are undercharging. And it's not because they might not be good at and great at what they do. It's just they haven't worked on their money mindset. They haven't found this conviction yet. And they also are lacking in the understanding of what it means of becoming the master and really embodying the stuff that they teach. I see it all the time. Someone will come to me, and the moment that they tell me that they're amazing at something, I'm like, let's go. I can take that and I can go 10x that all the way to the bank. Because if you've got that kind of purpose and conviction, I can do something with it. Because I already have a woman who believes in what she's doing. When women come to me and they're like, I'm really not sure, and or they think they know more, that they're not really the ones for me, because they're not willing to expand. They also don't have that confidence within themselves. So number one thing, if you're looking at expanding more wealth in your business or looking at that expansion, is you need to be the teacher and the student every day. I always say I wake up a student and I go to bed a teacher. You've got to be in that state of always mastering your craft so that you stand out amongst the rest. That's when your branding and everything else will speak for itself, because you are the best at what you do. And then you can charge what you want. And then that's when you get on stages. It's when you get asked to go speak in certain places. People are coming to you. They're finding you because you have that authority already built in. It's not like the fake authority where people are just buying likes and followers on the Instagram and doing whatever, because I don't follow that culture. I hope I never have to. I always want to stay in integrity, that my word means something. What I do means something. And who I am means something. So take what you can out of this episode. All I know is that you have to get behind yourself. You've got to be your biggest cheerleader. And if you come in my world, I will be the biggest cheerleader for you too, and we'll get you there. So dig into this. What are you the best at? And if you haven't figured that purpose out yet, well, maybe you need to come into our world too so we can help you. We have other programs to help you with that. All right. Again, I'm Shamina Taylor, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have not joined the Quantum Woman group on Facebook, go ahead and join it. If you have not downloaded what is download? If you have not purchased our book on Amazon, go ahead and purchase it, Unlocking the Quantum Woman, or you can download the ebook on there. And also, we have a quiz where you can figure out where your wealth is right now. Where's your money mindset? Where's your wealth consciousness at? Take that quiz. And if you feel like somebody could really benefit from this podcast, please share it and tag us on social media when you do. We will repost you. And Happy New Year again. And let's just make this one of our greatest years yet. All right. Bye for now.